Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading. If you are new here, my name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. If you're not new here, welcome back. Obviously, I am happy to have you. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the general public and also the specific person on your mind to see why they think you are hot, why they see you as attractive. If you feel like this resonates with you, make sure that you go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment section to let me know your placement. And also, if you want to book a personal read, feel free to do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Show me Libra and why the person on their mind thinks that they're hot. What kind of energy and aura does Libra show that make people or the specific person on Libra's mind feel like they're hot? The Judgment. Ooh. I almost want to say it goes deeper than surface level. And what I mean by that is I feel like you surprise this person. I feel like for some of you, people may feel like you are superficial or may assume that you're superficial, but when they get to know you, there's a lot more depth behind all of it, behind the beauty or behind the handsomeness. I think that you drudge up certain things in this particular person that make them uncomfortable, but it's almost like either looking into a mirror or being shown all of the things that you don't necessarily like about yourself and the things that you do. The Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is Libra and the Judgment is Scorpio. And so when I see these two cards together, you have Libra, which is very dynamic. It's in regards to partnerships, it's how we relate to another. But Scorpio is how we merge. And so you kind of have this almost like Venus and Scorpio vibe, or because Venus rules Libra, right? So we have Libra and Scorpio on the table. It's very alluring. And the way that you talk, there's a lot of depth with how you view relationships, how you see relationships, how you relate to others. The Justice, Libra again. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know that if you are showing up as your major arcana card, to me, that means that you are showing up in your highest vibration. Not only does this person feel like you are very deep and maybe a little superficial on the surface, they also feel like you're a good person. Someone who's very fair, just, tries to do the right thing. You think about others before making a decision, but you're also somebody who's very fair in your judgments. So whether that is you're very fair in regards to the decisions that you have to make, you regard all people, um or this means that you're very fair in how you perceive and judge another person. Okay? So, based on all of the evidence, it's almost like a judge is how this person is viewing you, like a judge. I heard the judge and the jury. Okay, well, I don't know what that's about. The Three of Pentacles reverse. You're kind of a, okay, well, we can agree to disagree kind of person. That's what that looks like to me. And they see you like somebody who, well, it's not about what everybody else wants, it's about what's fair, or it's about what's right. Can you tell me more on that Judgment, please? You wake this person up to new ideas or ways of being. I heard you get, I'm hearing that song by Justin Bieber. I think he's a Pisces. It's like something, something, you give me purpose. God, of course, I don't remember. Tell me about that Judgment. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, so I think that people or this person may have thought that you were a little superficial at first. But once they got deeper, they got a little bit closer. It's almost giving that Venus and Scorpio vibe. This person projected a specific expectation onto you, and when you didn't meet that expectation, they may have been a little surprised or taken aback. But I think that them having a specific expectation about you told them more about them than it did about you. Two queens, two more queens, and you're an empress in this person's eyes. They see you as a leader, and like a good leader. Somebody who stopped caring about what people think a long time ago is kind of what I'm getting off of that. Okay. What is the specific thing that reels this person in about Libra? What is the specific thing? The Nine of Wands. You've had your guard up. You've had your guard up with this person. Maybe when you first met them, your boundaries were really high. Maybe they saw you in a moment where you were standing up for something that you believed in. Maybe they just recently seen you do that. They find that attractive about you. Tell me more about that Nine of Wands. The King of Pentacles. That's this person. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? It's not for all of you. For some of you, if this person tried to treat you like a sugar baby, or they thought that love was going to buy, or money was going to buy your love or something like that, they're seeing that that doesn't necessarily work. Okay, I heard I have fought for everything I've had. That's what I heard. Okay, but even if it's not that, there's something about this person who feels like they want to protect or commit to you. Like you bring that out in them. But at the same time, they feel like you're so independent that you can kind of fend for yourself. The Lovers. Again, there's something about making decisions here. This person, what they really like about you is that you make decisions on your personal set of beliefs, and not just your personal sense of philosophy or beliefs or what other people have told you, but what you've actually experienced in real time. Okay. So, like for me, I prefer to learn astrology through experience, right? So, like for instance, if somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I read all about Greece in a book and it's so beautiful there," and then they tell you all the facts about Greece, and then there's another person who's actually been to Greece, right? And they could tell you all about it. Now, who would you want to hear from? You're the person that went to Greece. The Nine of Swords reverse. Now, Libras aren't very known for this. Libras are usually known for being quite indecisive, for second guessing their decisions, things like that. But this is somebody who feels like because you base your decisions off of your own belief systems and your own personal experience, that you don't really worry about it later for the most part. The Eight of Wands. You're not afraid to say what's on your mind. This person may really like how you're able to ease other people's anxieties as well, if that's something that you find yourself doing. Perhaps you're a very comfortable space to be in. Perhaps you're a very safe person to be around, and they may sense that in you. Tell me more about that Nine of Swords reverse. the 10 of Wands. You're not afraid to say what's on your mind. And I think that when people come to you, they may come to you feeling like they can share a lot with you. They can be open with you. They can tell you their burdens and their worries, etc. And they feel like you extend an olive branch, or you're very open about it. And so there's something about the way that you decide and the way that you move and the way that you communicate and what you base your decisions off of that this person finds attractive. Hmm. What makes you different from everyone else? King of Pentacles reverse. I'm wondering if this person or somebody or people have attempted to try to buy your love or use you for status, even if, like, let's say that you're really handsome or really beautiful and people are like, oh man, if I can get Libra, you know, that's going to make me look good or whatever. They feel like you don't appreciate that or you don't put up with that. Five of Cups reverse. I think that that's happened to you a lot in the past. Okay. I know this is very specific, but for some of you, this has happened a lot in the past. And once again, I'm getting that sense of independence where it's like, yes, you are relationship minded. You consider all options or all avenues before making a decision. You may consider other people's feelings as well, but not to the point where it's in detriment to you. This person feels like you don't hold on to things. When it comes to healing, when it comes to letting the past go, this person feels like you don't sit around and say, well, I have to take this crap or this baggage from the past with me. They feel like you break free. They feel like you open yourself up to new adventures, new pathways, all of those things. You don't sulk in something for too long. It's like you might have your moment and then you're like, all right, time to keep moving. Can you tell me about that King of Pentacles reverse? The Death card. You put an end to anybody who's trying to use you for status or anybody who's trying to buy you love. Because that may have been something that you fell into before, perhaps, but that's changed. Tell me about that Five of Cups reverse, please. The King of Cups. You're easy to love. It doesn't mean it's not hard sometimes, but this person sees you as someone who is easy to love, somebody that they're willing to hold space for. This is, you inspire this person to be more mature, and I think it's because you lead by example, because I was already telling you that they see you as a bit of a leader. They may understand their purpose more because of you as well. The High Priestess reversed. Tell me about that High Priestess reverse. I I heard that this person feels like you don't always trust yourself, but you do trust the universe. The Two of Pentacles on the High Priestess reverse. This person feels like before you used to, it's one thing to consider other people's feelings and just other people in general when making a decision, right? Understandable. But it's another thing to listen to what everybody else is saying versus what your intuition is saying. This is either a problem you have now or a problem that you've had. But this person may feel like this is something you're evolving from, something that you're growing from. This person sees you as trying to figure out what your full potential is, like trying to seek it out, trying to find it, you know. And they feel like in order to do that, you have to let some kind of baggage go, or that's what you're doing. Hmm. What does this person want with Libra? The Six of Cups. Camaraderie, conversation, memories, affectionate feelings. They have very sweet feelings for you. They think about you often. They think a lot about the times that you guys have had together. I heard something about a water park. Okay, I don't know. That's got to be for like one person. Sorry. Sometimes weird specific things comes in. Okay. The Queen of Cups. They want your femininity, they want your trust, and they want your love. Now we have three queens. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups. All you're missing is the Queen of Pentacles. They want your trust. They want you to trust them. They want that. They want mutual love from you, essentially. The Queen of Cups is mutual love. There's something about you as well where yes, you have this very definitive, very vocal side to you, but there's this other side of you as well that's very soft, gushy, lovey. That's what they want. They want to work on this with you, with the Eight of Pentacles. They actually want to put in an effort. They certainly want your effort. They're willing to do the work. They're willing to do the work. They are willing to make sacrifices. They are willing to weave out or weed out any distractions, and they're willing to actually work on this because they want to work on your trust. The Chariot reversed, but they're afraid. They don't want to force anything. I want something on that Chariot reversed. Why is this here? The Lovers. They don't want to force the connection. It's almost like they're afraid they're going to ruin it. They're afraid if they push too hard or if they try to take the wheel that they're going to freak you out or scare you, something like that. But I mean, Libra, this is a gorgeous reading ultimately, really. It says nothing will come of this situation and then cardinal. What do you mean? What's the nothing will come of this? What's the situation that nothing will come out of it or whatever? What's the situation? The Two of Swords. The Ten of Swords. You may be afraid of an ending or some kind of betrayal. It's telling you not to worry about that. You're just not seeing something clearly. Because it's saying nothing will come of the Ten of Swords or the Two of Swords. Okay. So if you're worried about some kind of betrayal and you're really in your head about it, it's trying to tell you not to worry about it. And then this cardinal energy, which you are a cardinal sign. Okay. This is telling you to take initiative. Don't wait around. Be brave, have a pioneering spirit and go after the things that you want, essentially. So it's telling you to take action. And I don't know if it's necessarily around this person, but it may be saying, stop allowing a fear of betrayal or a fear of something or another, a fear of an ending, stop you from doing what it is that you essentially want to do. All right, guys, thank you so much. I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can visit me at violettaalexis.com. If you are interested in creative writing and poetry, I do that as well. You can follow me on Where Dead Flowers Bloom. That is my YouTube name and my Instagram name as well. Or you can go to wheredeadflowersbloom.com and you can read some of the stuff that I wrote there. Have a good one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.